if I was Jared Goff and I started getting text messages from Aaron Donald this week, I'm throwing my phone into the nearest body of water. I don't want to be thinking about what Aaron Donald's got in store for me, but all those Rams players that have practiced against him, they know what he can do, they know what he can't do, and the guys who have had to stay away from him as he's worn the red jersey all those years, they can't wait, Myles. So question one, does Jared Goff have any shot against Aaron Donald and the Rams?
The only way I would say he has a shot is if I thought that the Rams weren't taking him seriously, and I don't think that that's going to be the case at all. I just, listening to Aaron Donald right there, like he knows that Jared Goff wants to come in there and perform well. Now, the Lions are just not a very good football team right now. The Rams are a very good football team. They want to make Jared Goff look as bad as he is. I think that they're taking this too seriously to have this be a letdown.
And the one thing I'd love to know is how involved Sean McVay was in the defensive meetings this week, helping Raheem Morris get ready for facing Jared Goff. And who knows, maybe they spent a bunch of time in the offseason. Maybe this has been McVay's job number one, making sure that no matter what happens, they do not lose to Jared Goff, the guy whose contract they could not wait to unload to dump after the 2020 season. Zach Wilson, second overall pick in the 2021 draft, 4 interceptions in week 2. When the Jets hosted the Patriots. The Jets go to New England this week, where the Patriots have yet to win a game so far this season. Does he have any shot against Bill Belichick in round 2?
No. And, we heard him in the open talking about, man, it's kind of weird, you see a team twice and you have at least a better idea of what they're going to try to do to attack you. No, you don't, Zach. This is Bill Belichick. He's going to give you more things you haven't seen, buddy. So, no, sorry, no, man, no. I don't see this going very well for Zach Wilson at all, unfortunately.
Yeah, I don't either, and it's going to take some time for Zach Wilson in the NFL, especially against a guy like Bill Belichick, but hopefully these experiences, for his sake, will help him develop into the best quarterback he can be. Third question, is Joe Burrow ready to prove the Bengals are on the Baltimore Ravens level? This reminds me of Bears-Packers last week, where you look at it, it's like, holy crap, if the Bears win this game, they're tied for first place in the NFC North and technically hold it because they'd have the tiebreaker. Same thing here. If the Bengals beat the Ravens, they're in first place technically in the AFC North. Can Joe Burrow prove that the Bengals are on the same level as the Ravens?
So I feel like Joe Burrow's ready for primetime. I feel like, especially with Jamar Chase, those two guys have really picked up right where they left off in college. And I'll say it, I was probably wrong on thinking that the Bengals needed to draft an offensive lineman instead of Jamar Chase. But I guess we'll see, if I'm really, really proven wrong down the road. I almost feel like, though, it's more about the Bengals defense than it is about the Bengals offense. I think that the Bengals offense will be able to score, but it's always, can that defense that's facing the Ravens hold their rushing attack down? Murray's not going to be playing in this game. I believe he's out. Sammy Watkins not going to be there either. But if you can stop Lamar Jackson in some way, then you're going to have a chance to win. So to me, it's just way more about the defense than it is about Burrow, because they're going to be able to score points, I think. But it's just, can that defense hold them down in the run game?
Bears and Bucks together again since first time since last year, that Thursday night game that culminated in Tom Brady losing track of the downs, having a senior moment. Can the Bears defense force Tom Brady into another brain fart this year, Myles?
No, because I think we all know that Brady is good enough at making straw men where there aren't any in the first place, right? We were talking about this the other day, I think, when he was talking about, everybody says we suck and we can't win any games. Nobody was saying that, and they don't have to do that for this. The Bears beat them last year, one of the few losses that they had, especially on the stretch. So, Brady is going to be motivated enough that even though they've got a bunch of guys out, they're going to be just fine, Mike.
Yeah, this is one of those glitches on his permanent record from last year that he wants to erase. And even though he made the mistake, not the Bears, it's the Bears again. And this is something that I'm sure has bugged him every day since he did it last year. This is his chance to wipe the slate clean, and he will wipe up the turf at Raymond James Stadium with the Chicago Bears. I think that game has the potential to get ugly. Last question. Yep. With the Panthers traveling to New York to take on the Giants, technically New Jersey, will the Giants management, rotting from the head down, the true head is all the way up at the top, not head coach Joe Judge, will they realize that they whiffed in not matching the money that the Carolina Panthers were willing to pay to get Matt Rule and taking Joe Judge instead?
Who's to say that Matt Rule's like a really, really great, successful NFL head coach? I mean, I understand that he's not had Christian McCaffrey for most of his tenure, frankly. I think he only played 3 games last year, and now he's on IR again. So, I mean, I don't know. I mean, I don't know if Matt Rule's that much better or than Joe Judge. Obviously, like Joe Judge has not performed. Joe Judge's team has not performed that well. They're 1-5 for the second year in a row. But it's like a chicken or the egg thing. Like, is Joe Judge really that bad, or is it, like you said, the fish rotting from a higher point in the head there?
And the key is the head of the fish will never admit that it stinks. That's
right.
The bottom line. As Jed York said a few years back, you can't fire owners.
Fire the owner.
And there are plenty of teams that maybe would benefit from firing their owner. But, and look, hey, does John Mara have a right to be involved in his team? Sure he does. He owns it. But common link, just like Miami and just like some other teams we've seen, sometimes the owner needs to get out of the way.
Hi, I'm Mike Tirico, and thanks for watching. Make sure to hit subscribe for the latest news and highlights from NBC Sports.